Hello everyone, and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain. And today, still a while, for we are playing some more Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Montreal Expos in 1994. Alright, so today we are starting a 4-game series against the Cubs in Chicago. Tonight or today being a weeknight, and me being completely pooped out. Thanks to a pretty hard day at work, I'm only gonna do the first 2 games of the 4-game series, and then of course the next 2 games are gonna follow suit shortly. Last time out, we played against the Reds, played a couple difficult games. It's always difficult when you face Rio. And even Rio even hit a home run against us, but we managed to win the last game of the series 7-3, and now we're heading into Chicago, hoping that we can win some games there. And hi FJ, that's dang, that's pretty quick. No, I'm not making the playoffs. I'm 28 games behind, and well, let's see, I'm 21 games behind wild card, which is the Cubs, so I probably would need to sweep the Cubs and then win every single game, and then for all the teams. My owner probably thinks that I suck, to be honest. Now there is one positive here, and I noticed it when I launched the game, is that not too long ago my team was feuding, like they were probably slashing each other's tires in the parking lot and everything, but now they made it to unhappy, so now they just don't like each other very much, so that's better than, you know, hurting each other. But yeah, it's been kind of a tough go this season. I didn't have the pitching to go very far. Alright, so we're healthy, and we are going to get this thing started here soon. So Joe Roa is going to be on the mound for the Cubs. So he's having a pretty decent season. At least he's not allowing a whole lot of runs. And then we're sending Tom Gordon. Let's see the Cubs. Let's see what they... Oh, the Cubs have a lot of injuries. So Viskayan is hurt. He's going to be playing hurt. So Mark Garner is out. Uget Urbina is out. Steve Traxel is out for over a year. Pedro Castellano, we won't see him in that series. At least I don't think so. Then Ryan Sandberg is out as well. So a lot of talent is... And I think that's pretty much... We played the Cubs not too long ago, and I kind of mentioned that then as well. Yvonne Calderon would be my power hitter on my team. He's actually... Oh, well, it's probably going to be easier if I go to start a game. We're going to be able to see everybody's stats, so let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, Calderon is my power hitter. It's 338 with 34 home runs and 111 RBI, so that's pretty good. And then Charles Johnson, not too bad. He has 21 home runs as well. And then Ruben Rivera has only 13, but he's been picking up the pace lately. So yeah, but yeah, Calderon is definitely my MVP. Alright, so I think I've been using a lot of my young, or I should say my September call-ups, so I think I'm gonna just go with that lineup for today. Let's give my usual lineup a go, and then we're gonna be facing Miguel Flores. He's filling in for Ryan Sandberg, who's hurt. Jose Viskayan, who's gonna is gonna be batting second. Larry Walker, it always hurts to see him playing for the other team. Ron Gant, Eric Wedge, Mark Grace, Pedro Valdez, and Ricky Gutierrez. If I remember correctly, that was pretty much their best lineup when we were facing them just 2 series ago. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. So go Expos and play ball. So have you been playing more out of the park baseball yourself? Or are you too busy with school and work and stuff? Alright, so to face Joe Roa here in the top of the first, we're going to have Delino the Shields batting first, 2-0 to him. Yeah, I get that. I'm busy as well. And that's flied to left by the Shields, and it's cut there by Ron Gant for out number 1. Marquise Grissom is next, 2-0. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. So yeah, I'm getting NHL 22 for the PS5. So any ideas on what I could stream for that or record or something? Not sure what to do. I suck online, so not sure what to do. Yvonne Calderon is next, 2 outs now, 1-1 to him. And that's it to right for a base hit. It's going to fall right in front of Larry Walker. So Calderon gets on base after 2 outs here. That brings up Charles Johnson. 0-1 to him. Oh, pitch out. Calderon's going. And he's safe. That's 36 stolen bases for the Expos MVP. 2-1 to Johnson. That's it to center for a base hit. That should score a run. Alright, so the Expos here doing some damage after 2 outs, thanks to a run-scoring single by Charles Johnson. And he gets on second base on the plate. Is 1-0 for the Expos. Willie Green is going to be the next one to bat here, 2-1. And that's grounded to second, and that's the end of the inning. The Expos do get a run. It is 1-0 Montreal. I'm going to let my cat in. She is crying. She wants in here so badly. Come on, Missy. Yeah, I know. And Daddy's going to be ignoring you too. Yeah, I know. Alright, sounds good. Let me know what's going on. That's pretty cool in there. Alright, Tom Gordon on the mound. Miguel Flores the batter. Bottom of the first. The Expos are already up 1-0. No count to Flores. And that's a base hit to center to get things started for the Cubs. Alright, so first batter of the game for the Cubs gets on base. And with nobody out, Jose Viskayan comes to the plate. 2-1 to him. And that's it to center. Rivera after it. Catches it for out number 1. Larry Walker is next. Always scary. Those ratings are really scary against righties. 1 out. Runner on first. No count. That's a base hit to left. Right, so opposite field single for Larry Walker. And on the play, Flores makes it to third base, so the Cubs have runners on first and third with only 1 out. Now Ron Gant is the batter, 2-1. Oh, that's a wild pitch. That's not good. Alright, so Ron scores and Walker makes it to second base on the plate, 3-1. Ron Gant with the fly to center. That's cut by Rivera. Walker has to stay put at second base. 2 outs now for Eric Wedge. Oh, is that out? I hope not. Come on, Yvonne. Oh, yeah, he cut it for out number 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's been a while. Or at least I haven't heard about that team in a while. Ruben Rivera. First batter in the top of the second to face Joe Roa. Tie game at 1. That's it to center, and it's cut by Valdez on a nice sliding play. Weren't you doing a major rebuild with that team, I think is what you were doing, if I remember correctly? At 1-1 to build around. That's popped weekly. Alright, and that's the second out of the game. Ray Sanchez is next. No count to him. I believe that's what you were doing. Yes, you were doing a You were trying to do a really strong rebuild, like that was like the worst team. I think you simmed several years, and that was by far the worst team, and you decided to take them. At least that's how I remember it. I could be forgetting, of course, or misremembering. Mark Grace, bottom of the second for the Cubs. No count to him. Grounds it to first. Doran puts it out at first for the first out. Pedro Valdez is next. 3-1 to him. And he walks. Alright, so 1 out. Runner on first. Ricky Gutierrez is the next batter. No count to him. And that was it to second base. We got the lead runner at second for the second out, but Gutierrez is safe at first. There's 2 outs now. Runner on first. Joe Roa is the batter. 2-2 to him. And he struck out swinging. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Vancouver made the playoffs very rarely, and that's why you took you took that team. Alright, Tom Gordon gets things started at the top of the third for us. Still tied at 1, 2-2. And that's it. Oh! Whoa! Tom Gordon with the solo blast, and it is 2-1 for the Expos. You always like it when your pitcher gets a home run. It doesn't happen very often. Unless your pitcher is Carlos Perez. I think he has 3 of those this season. Alright, so Tom Gordon with the solo blast puts us ahead 2-1. And now Delino De Shields is going to be the next batter. Full count to him. That's it to right for a base hit. That should be a single. And it is. Alright, so single for the Shields after the home run by Gordon. And now we have a runner on first and nobody out. Marquise Grissom is next. No count to him. The Shields is going. And he's saved 55 stolen bases for the Shields. So now we have a runner in scoring position. We have nobody out. And Marquise Grissom is the batter. 1-2. And that's it for a base hit. Oh yeah! All right, so scoring single for Grissom. It's 3-1 now for the Expos. Yeah, that's how I remembered it. That's pretty good. I remembered pretty good, man. I'm pretty proud of myself. Runner on first. Nobody out. Calderon is next. 1-2. And that's it to center. And that's cut by Valdez for out number 1. Charles Johnson is next. No count to him. Oh, I think that Grissom is going. There's no throw. 79 stolen bases for Marquise Grissom. 1-2. Oh, Johnson strikes out. So that's the second out of the inning. Willie Green is next. 0-1. Grounds it to first. And he... Oh, I think he was safe. He looked safe to me. I need to get out of the dugout and go and argue with the referee and kick some dirt on his pants. Oh yeah. Wow. That's bad. That's 30 years of mediocrity there. Getting close to the Toronto Maple Leafs here. Alright, Tom Gordon, who helped us get ahead in inning number 3, still on the mound, facing Miguel Flores, bottom of the third. Flores hits it to second base, and he is thrown out for out number 1. You're in the 90s. That's okay. They had Pavel Bure for a bit there to feel better about themselves, about sports. Alright, Jose Viskayan is next, 0-2. 1 out. Fly to center. That's cut by Rivera for out number 2. Now the ever dangerous Larry Walker is next. 0-1. Hit it to the pitcher. He's thrown out at first, and the Cubbies go down 1-2-3. All right, top of the fourth. Ruben Rivera. His first full count to him, and he struck out swinging. At least I think he swung. Sorry, I keep rubbing my eye. Allergies have been killing me, and it's kind of dusty at the warehouse. Yeah. Wait, I think they might have been they might have had their Canadian Football League team. Although I don't know when that started. I might be way off base here. All right, Bill Darren is next. 1 out. 0-2 to Beatty. Come on, Beatty. Struck out as well. Wow, Joe Roa is starting to put things together here. Ray Sanchez is next. 1-2. Grounds it to third. That's a good throw to first, and we go down in order as well. But we are still up 2 here, going into the bottom of the fourth, with Ron Gant leading things up for the Cubs. 1-2. That's it to center. Rivera's there, and he catches it for out number 1. Eric Wedge is next. No count to him. That's it to right. It has some carry to it, but that's cut at the warning track by Grissom for out number 2. Right, Mark Grace is next with 2 outs, 2-1. Grounds it to the pitcher, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. All right, another good inning for Tom Gordon and the Expos, and we are going into the top of the 5th. Still holding on to our 2-run lead. Tom Gordon gets things started here for us. Last time he did that, he homered. Full count. That's it to center for a base hit. Wow, Tom Gordon, player of the game here. He's going to go 6 for 6 or something. I'm about to stick a fork in my eye. Right, runner on first, nobody out. The line with the Shields is next, 2-2. That's it to right for a base hit. Wow. Alright. This has the goings of a pretty good inning. Alright, Marquise Grissom is next. 2 runners on, nobody out. Full count. Oh, and he walks. So Joe Roa loads the bases with nobody out here. And that brings up Yvonne Calderon. No count to him. Oh God, he got drilled. Alright, well, that forces in a run. It is now 4-1, and that's a very painful RBI for Calderon. That brings up Charles Johnson, who also has some pop in his bat. 1-0. And that's it to left, but right at Ron Gant. We're still trying to score here, and we did. Alright. So I guess that counts as a sacrifice fly, even though it was really a liner. And it is 5-1 for the Expos. The runner goes to third on the play. And the Cubs have had enough. They are bringing in Geddes Glaze as a reliever. Top of the 5th, Woody Green, 1 out, 2-1. Oh, Calderon is cut down. So he stole a base earlier in the game, but this time, not so much. So there's 2 outs now. 2-2 to Woody Green. That's it. And that's a liner to second base. That's cut there by Flores for out number 3. The Expos do add 2 runs. I was wishing for a little bit more when you load up the bases with no outs, but I will still take those runs, and we're going to the bottom of the 5th with a 4-run lead. Pedro Valdez is the first one to bat here, 3-1. And he walks. That brings up Ricky Gutierrez, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Geddes Glaze is next, no count. Oh, he bunts. Alright, so that's the sacrifice hit here. So the runner gets to second base. There's now 2 outs with Miguel Flores, the batter. Full count. And he walks. Okay. Alright, so Jose Vizcaino is next. 2 outs, 2 runners on, 1 and 2. That's it to short. We go to second base and we get the runner there. That's the end of the inning. The Cubs get 2 runners on, but they cannot score. It is still 5-1 for the Expos. Alright, so Geddes Glaze remains on the mound. Ruben Rivera is the next batter, top of the 6th. 0-2. Oh, that looked high to me. So struck out looking, but I'm pretty sure that was a ball. 1 out for Doran, 2-1. Grounds it to second base. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Ray Sanchez is next, no count. Grounds it to short. Oh, that's an error. Sanchez gets to second base on the play, and now the scariest hitter for the Expos in this game is coming to bat. And I'm naming Tom Gordon. 1-2. Ugh, struck out swinging. Still, a 2-for-3 day at the plate for the pitcher is nothing to sneeze at. Alright, Larry Walker, first batter of the Cubs in the bottom of the 6th. No count. Grounds it to short. Sanchez with the throw. Oh, he's out. 1 out. Ron Gant is next. Full count. Grounds it to short. And we're going to eat it. That's going to be an infield single. Alright, so Cubs have a runner on first. 1 out. Eric Wedge is the next batter. No count. Oh, that's it really well in the corner and left. That's going to score at least a run, I would think. Wedge stops at second base and a run scores. It is now 5-2. You won him by being complete dog shit. Like you traded for him. Sorry, you drafted him, I mean. Alright, that brings up Mark Grace. 1-1, 1 out, runner on second base. That's a fly to center. Come on, River. Yeah. Yeah. Tanking. Well, tanking will bring you some talent, but your fans might hate you. 1-2 to Valdez. That's it. Fairly weakly to left. Calderon is there. He catches it. 4 out number 3. So the Cubs do score a run, but we still have a 3-run lead. It is 5-2 Montreal here at Wrigley Field. Right, Delano the Shields. Top of the 7th. 3-1. Grounds it to short. That's a good throw to first, and he is out for out number 1. Marquise Grissom is next, 1-1 to him. Oh, that's it weakly. Grace out under it, catches it for out number 2. Yvonne Calderon is next, 0-2. Grounds it to third, and he's out. Alright. He was 22 years old when you drafted him. Wow, that was a late entry. That was probably because of his date of birth or something. Okay. I think we're good with Tom Gordon for 1 more inning, maybe. Ricky Gutierrez, 2-0, bottom of the 7th, 3-run lead for the Expos. The Shields with the throw to first, and Gutierrez is out for out number 1. Ozzie Timmons is going to be the pinch hitter here, 2-2. That's it to left. Calderon under it. He catches it for out number 2. Miguel Flores is next, 0-1. That's it weekly. Ray Sanchez is there, and he catches it for out number 3. So Tom Gordon gets the Cubs down 1-2-3 here in inning number 7. And now the Cubs are bringing in Ryan Alblitzel. Halblitzel. Can't say I'm super familiar with him. That's going to be his first appearance of the season, probably a September call-up. Charles Johnson is the first batter, 1 and 2. Oh, and he gets it. Not a great start to your career. You hit the first batter you met, or you faced. Oh, you use the 2080 grading scale, right? Woody Green with runner on first, nobody out. Oh, that's a bad pitch. All right, so yeah, that guy's career is not starting on the right. He's only a 1.5 star potential. Alright, Woody Green with the fly to right. That should be cut by Walker, and it is. That's out number 1. We have a runner on second base now. Ruben Rivera is next, 3-0, and he walks on 4 pitches. Yeah, that 75 avoid Ks is really strong, especially when all is defense, because usually you want your center fielder to be one of your best defensive players. Bill Duran is next, 2-0. Oh, that's gonna be cut there, and it is for out number 2. Ray Sanchez, and that's a fly ball to center, and that's cut for out number 3. Still 5-2. All right, do I bring in a? Let's make Tom Gordon pitch it a little bit more. All right, Jose Viskayan is next, and that's a base hit to center. All right, so that's pretty decent. So yeah, that's a value player there. When your center fielder has all of that, that's pretty good. Alright, let's see if you can get past Larry Walker. 0-2. No, you cannot. I probably should have gone to the pen. It is 5-4 now. Let's make it a little bit more suspenseful now, shall we? Alright, I'm bringing in... God, who do I bring in? Oh, Ondorf. Ondorf was really good for me earlier this season. You're coming in, buddy. Oh. Okay. Let's bring somebody here. Let's do a double switch. Alright, so let's bring Tom Aine to play shortstop. Then let's bring Ondorf. To play pitcher. Not what I wanted to do. There you go. Yeah, you've got a special player there. You gotta keep him. Like Mike Trout or something, with a little bit more speed, I guess. Alright, Ondorf comes in and he's gonna be facing Ron Gant first, bottom of the 8. Larry Walker just homered. It is 5-4, 0-1 to Gant. Alright, that's it to center. River is there for out number 1. Eric Wedge is next. Full count. Oh! It's 5-5. Oh, okay. Alright, Mark Grace is next, 2-1. Alright, so it is a tie game. I've let the Cubbies come back in the game. Alright, 2 outs now. Pedro Valdez is next, 2-2. And that's the end of the inning. Alright, so the Cubs tied. Now they're bringing in Jeff Brantley in the top of the ninth with Todd Haney as the batter, 1-0. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out for out number 1. Yeah, I guess. Although Ichiro wasn't... Well, he has a lot of... what's his eye? Because Ichiro wasn't striking out a lot, but he also wasn't walking much. The Shields is next. And he's thrown out for out number 2 on a grounder to second. Marquise Grissom, 2 outs. 2-2. Oh, that's it really well there. That was a terrible pitch to swing at, too. That should be a double, and it is. Alright, double for Grissom after 2 outs. So now we have Yvonne Calderon coming in. No count. He grounds it to short, and he's out. Alright, so 5-5. I'm going to bring in another pitcher. I'm going to bring in Jeff Robinson. He's been pretty decent for me since we got him. So Jeffrey Ammons is the first one to face him. He's a pinch hitter, 2-2. Yeah, oh yeah, you did say 40i. I missed it, sorry. Yeah, 40i. Yeah, that's pretty much Ichiro. I think you're right. Alright, so 1 out. Reed Sechrist is next. No count. And that's going to be a base hit to center. Alright. So the Cubs here in the bottom of the ninth get a runner on first with 1 out. Miguel Flores is next. No count. And he's it for another base runner. So what, he's smart and very talented. Alright, Jose Viskayan, 2 runners on, 1 out, 0-1. Come on, buddy. Alright, so that's a slow roller to first. We get Vizcaino at first, but the runners advance. So there's 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Larry Walker is the next batter, so I think I'm going to try to bring in a lefty. That's going to be there, I think. Alright, I'm playing the statistics here, or the odds. No count to Walker. And it didn't matter, so I dropped the ball on that one. The Cubs, so Larry Walker with a walk-off single in the bottom of the ninth. I blew a 4-run lead and lost 6-5. That could very well be the game that officially eliminates us from contention. Officially, mathematically. No, we're still alive, I think. That might change after that I finish today. We're still in it. Playoffs, no chance for Baltimore. Alright, so looks like Cal Ripken is not going to the playoffs this year. How tight are the standings there? Oh. The Orioles have been terrible. They've been even worse than us. That probably doesn't help that they have Mike Mussina that was hurt most of the season. All right. Yeah, tell me about it. Larry Walker likes playing me, and I liked having him on my team, but I didn't have him for very long. So I keep talking about that trade, right? And so let's go ahead and take it. So at the time of the trade, so I started in 1991, right? So at the time of the trade, Larry Walker had played 75 games for my team. He was batting 366 with 12 home runs and 62 RBIs in only 276 at bats. And my GM traded him for where are you, asshole? There you are. For this guy. So yeah, I'm not too happy with that trade at all. When we traded for McGinnis, we were weak at catcher. McGinnis was a catcher. He never pulled his weight at all. Like the first year we got him, what did he do? I played him in 55 games. He hit for 176. And he had a whopping 3 home runs. So yeah, that was a very disappointing trade. So not only did I lose one of my favorite Expos as an Expos fan as a kid, but the trade was one of the worst trades I've ever seen in out of the park baseball, and I've been playing since the 9th version. Yeah, let's revisit that, shall we? So we traded Larry Walker, Barry. I didn't really care for Barry Jones. He was not playing all that well for me at the time. We traded Larry Walker, Barry Jones, and we gave them money for just Russ McGinnis. We didn't get anything else in return. So yeah, I've been playing this game for 11 versions. I've played every single version except I think it's 14 I didn't get. I've played every single version. You know, historical, I've played current day, I've played fictional. This is the worst trade I have ever seen. Alright, so with all of that crying and whining done, let's go ahead and play the next game. We're going to be facing Greg Swindle, who pitched for me for a little bit, and he was really good. I was really hoping we would keep him, but yeah, we didn't. So that should be a little bit of a tough matchup here. So Greg Swindle is going to be the pitcher for the Cubs. We're going to go with Carlos Perez, who's been pitching a lot better lately. His stats are not that great, but lately he's been a whole lot better. So hopefully he can keep that up. All right. I think against the lefty, I think I might bring my friend Johnny Nutt and play him at center field. I want to give a shot at Johnny Nutt here. Ray Sanchez is cold. I might want to play somebody for him. Yeah, Simons is not very good at shortstop, so I don't care. You go play shortstop. There you go. He's 3 for 3 since that September call up. So let's play him. Alright, so Swindell is tired. Larry Walker is tired as well. Alright, we'll take it. The Cubs are going to go with Pedro Valdez again. Oh, he's going to be... playing first base in that game. Jose Vizcaino, Larry Walker, Ron Gant, Jerome Walton, Billy White, Hector Villanueva, and Ricky Gutierrez. Lots of subs for the Cubs. That rhymes. I wasn't even trying to do that. Alright, top of the first, game number 2. Marquise Grissom at the plate against Greg Swindle. 1-2. That's a grounder to short, and he's thrown out for out number 1. Brett Barbary is next. Now, the thing with Greg Swindle is that he doesn't walk a lot of batters. So we either have to hit the ball or get hit by the ball. Alright, 1-1 to Barbary. That's a base hit to left. Alright. Alright, with 1 out, runner on first, Calderon is next, 2-2. That's it to center for a base hit. Alright. So we have 2 runners on now with only 1 out. Charles Johnson is the next batter, 1-1. Oh. Alright, that was it to the pitcher. They got the runner at second base. That's the only out they get. So now we have runners on first and third with 2 outs. We need a base hit from Johnny Boy. Come on, buddy. 1-2. Struck out swinging. No. Alright, Carlos Perez facing Pedro Valdez here. Bottom of the first. No score. 0-1. That's it to short. And he's out for out number 1. Jose Vizcaino is next. No count to him. Grounds it to second base. And he's thrown out for out number 2. Larry Walker. 1-0. Alright, and that's caught at center by Johnny Nutt, and that is out number 3. The Cubs go down in order. It is still 0-0. Give me 1 second. Alright, and I am back. And we have Bill Doran to get things started on the top of the second inning. 1-2. Come on, Billy. And he struck out swinging. Delino the Shields. 1-2. Struck out looking. 2 outs. Carlos Perez is next. 1-2. Struck out swinging, so Greg Swindle strikes out the side. And we're going into the bottom of the second here. Ron Gant, first batter for the Cubs, 3-1. And he walks. Right, next one is Jerome Walton, 1-2. That's it to center. Johnny Nutt after it. He catches it. Oh, tries to get the runner at first, but He's back in time. So that's one out. Runner on first. Billy White is now the batter. No count. And that's a base hit to left. Alright, so Carlos Perez, as usual, allowing quite a few runners on. Hector Villanueva is next. 2-1. Johnny Knott after it in center field. That's cut for out number 2. Ricky Gutierrez, no count. And that's down the line and right. Grissom after it. That should score at least one run. Yep, that's a triple for Gutierrez. That scores 2. It is now 2-0 for the Cubs. Alright, Greg Swindle is the next batter. 2-2. That's it to third. Barbary with the throw, and he's out. Alright, the Cubs get 2 runs. Thanks to a 2-run triple by Ricky Gutierrez. And the Expos are down 2-0 going into the top of the third. Mitch Simons is going to be the first batter. 2-2 to him. Grounds it to second base, and he's thrown out for out number 1. Marquise Grissom is next, 0-2. And he struck out swinging. Brett Barbary is next, 1-2. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out for out number 3. So the Expos don't do much of anything. Going into the bottom of the third, we are still trailing by 2 with Pedro Valdez getting things started. 0-1. That's it weekly. The Shields is there, and he catches it for out number 1. Jose Viskayan is next, 1-0. Oh, that's it really well to center. All the way to the fence. Johnny Knott is there, catches the ball. That's going to be a double for Jose Vizcaino. And that's 12 straight games with a hit for him. Alright, the ever dangerous Larry Walker is next. 0-1. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. On the plate, the runner advances to third, so there's 2 outs for Ron Gant now. 1-1. That's it weakly to center. Johnny Knott after it. Catches it for out number 3. Alright, top of the fourth now. Are we going to awaken offensively and do something here? Yvonne Calderon is first to face Greg Swindle. 1-1. Oh, that's a base hit to center. Alright, that's how beginnings start. You start with 1 runner on base and you take it from there. Alright, so Calderon at first. Charles Johnson is next. No count. I think Calderon's going to be going. Oh, no, it's just a really weak pop fly by Charles Johnson, cut by the second baseman White. 1 out. Johnny Knott is next, 2-2. That's it to center. That's cut by Walton for out number 2. Alright, so just like that, we have 2 outs and the runner didn't advance. And now Bill Doran is next. 2-2 to Billy. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Going in, sorry. Going into the bottom of the fourth. Still 2-0 for the Cubs. 0-1. Grounds it to second base, and he is out for out number 1. Billy White is next. 0-1. And that's... Oh, ho, ho! What a catch by Yvonne Calderon. That is out number 2. Hector Villanueva is next. 2 outs. 2-0. That's it to right. And that's cut by Grissom for out number 3. Alright, so... yeah, Greg Swindle is pitching pretty well, isn't he? Top of the 5th. We have absolutely nothing to show for. We have 3 hits. That's it. The line with the Shields getting things started. 1-1. That's it to right, and it falls in front of Walker for a base hit. Alright, so the Shields with the single. Now Carlos Perez is the next batter. Runner on first, nobody out. 0-2. And he tries to bunt, and that's a strikeout. Mitch Simons is next, 2-1. Oh, the Shields is going. That's 56 stolen bases. There wasn't even a throw on the play. Full count to Simons with 1 out. That's it to left for a base hit. On the play, the Shields is going all the way home. And he scores. It is now 2-1 for the Cubs, thanks to a RBI single by Mitch Simons. I'll be right back again. I'm sorry. Alright, that should be the last time that I have to do that. Alright, runner on first, 1 out. Marquise Grissom is next, 1-0. That's it to second. Alright, they get the runner at second base for 1, but they can't get Grissom out at first. So now there's 2 outs, runner on first for Brett Barbary. No count. Grissom is going. And he's safe. That's 80 stolen bases for Marquise Grissom this season. All right. Oh, that was it weakly in front of the catcher, but Brett Barbary beats the throw to first, and the inning is still alive. We have runners on first and third with 2 outs. Yvonne Calderon is the next batter. 1-1. That's it to left, and that falls in front of Ron Gant. It is a tie game, 2-2, thanks to a single by Yvonne Calderon. So Calderon gets things done here after 2 outs, and they're bringing in a reliever. Greg Swindle was pitching with not a whole lot of rest, so that's probably why he was pitching really well. But they still decided to pull him. So now we have Hector Trinidad as the pitcher for the Cubs. Charles Johnson is the batter. 2 on 2 outs. No count. That's it weakly here. That should be cut by White, and it is. So that's the end of the inning, but the Expos managed to tie the game. It is tied at 2 going into the bottom of the 5th. Ricky Gutierrez, who made it 2-0 for the Cubs thanks to a triple in the 2nd inning, is the first batter. Full count to him. And he walks. All right. Hector Trinidad is next, 1-0, and he bunts. Oh, that's popped, too. So it's cut by Barbary, so the runner cannot advance, and there's 1 out. So that's a wasted out. Pedro Valdez is next, no count. Grounds it to short. They get the lead runner at second base, but that's the only out we get. So there's 2 outs now. Runner on first for Jose Viskayan, 2-2. That's a base hit to center, and you know what that means. That means that the inning keeps on keeping on, and it's bringing Larry Walker to the plate. Oh boy. All right. So runners on first and third, 2 outs, full count. Oh, struck out swinging. What a pitch by Carlos Perez. That's a rare time that we struck Larry Walker out. All right, Hector Trinidad is Still on the mound for the Cubs, we have Johnny Knott at the plate, top of the 6th, tied at 2, 0-1. And that's a base hit for Johnny Knott. All right, Billy Doran is next, runner on first, nobody out, top of the 6th. That's it to right. Larry Walker is there, catches it for out number 1. Delino the Shields is next, no count. Oh, the runner goes. Oh, and the ball goes in the outfield. So now all of a sudden Johnny Knott is at 3rd with only 1 out. The Shields the batter still 1-0, and that's it to right. That should be deep enough to score Knott, I would think. And it is. So sac fly for the Shields. The Expos take a 3-2 lead. Alright, 2 outs now. Nobody on for Carlos Perez. 3-0 to him. And he walks on 4 pitches. Wow. My pitcher got a 4-pitch walk after 2 outs. That must be a cardinal sin or something. All right, Mitch Simons is next. 2 outs, runner on first, 1-1. That's it to left. Ron Gant is going after it, catches it for out number 3. The Expos, however, managed to take the lead. It is now 3-2 thanks to a sac fly by Delino the Shields. All right, Ron Gant is the next batter, bottom of the 6th for the Cubs. No count to him. That's a base hit to center. Through the pitcher's mound. All right, so runner on first, nobody out. Jerome Walton is next, 1-1. And he missed his bunt, so it's 1-2 now. Grounds it to 3rd, we get 1 at 2nd, and we get the 2nd one at 1st. Double play for the Expos. All of a sudden, the Cubs have no runners, and they have 2 outs. Billy White is next, 1-0. Oh, that was a liner hit straight at Bill Doran at first, and that's out number 3. Alright. Going into the top of the 7th, we are up by 1. Marquise Grissom is first, 1-0. That's it, weakly to center. And that's cut by Walton for out number 1. Brett Barbary is next, full count. That's a walk. He held in time. Yvonne Calderon with a runner on first, 1 out, 2-2. Struck out swinging. There's 2 outs now for Charles Johnson, 0-1. And that's it really well. And that's out of here. 2-run blast for Charles Johnson. It is now 5-2 for the Expos. Johnny Knott is next, and the Cubs are bringing in Chuck McElroy as the relief pitcher. Full count to Johnny Boy. And he walks. Alright, 2 out walk again for the Expos. Bill Doran follows, 1-0. That's it to center, and that's cut by Walton for out number 3. The Expos add to their lead. It is now 5-2. Alright, I'm going to keep Carlos Perez on the mound. Hector Villanueva is the first batter to face him in the bottom of the 7th. We have a 3-run lead, 1-1. Alright, that's it to second. And the Shields gets the runner out at first for out number 1. Ricky Gutierrez is next, full count. That's it. And that falls in front of Grissom for out number 1. So Gutierrez gets a opposite field a single. There's 1 out. Runner on first. They're bringing in Jeffrey Ammons as a pinch hitter. 1-1. Ooh. That's cut by Calderon. I wasn't too sure for a second there. That's 2 outs. And now Pedro Valdez is next. 0-1. That's a base hit to left. Alright, so 2 runners on, 2 outs for Jose Viskayan. And that's a base hit to center. Dear God. Because we know who follows Viskayan. Oh, gaming the game. Look at you signing a 35-year-old you don't need just so that your fans are happy. Almost sounds like when the Sens in real life signed Kovalev just to please the owner. He was right about that age, 35. He was kind of done by that time. Oh, what happened? I thought that we were going to be facing Larry Walker, but I got my attention. Oh, okay, you might still be using him. Wait, where is it? I missed what happened. I guess we... Oh, Johnny Nutt got the runner at home out on that hit by Viskayan. So that ended the inning. I thought that he scored. All right, so that's kind of cool. So Johnny Nutt with the bomb. Do you? Oh, you don't have a DH, do you? Probably not, or you wouldn't be putting him at first. All right, so the Shields is gonna face Jeff. Oh, Jeff Russell. Jeff Russell played for me last year. Apparently he played in the minors for the Cubs a lot this year. Oh, yeah, he played for me. Oh, it wasn't last year. It was 2 years ago. Sorry. I used him quite a bit, but he wasn't all that great. Alright, so the Shields is the first one to face him. 0-1. And that's a liner too short, and that is out number 1. Okay, do I keep Carlos Perez? He allowed 8 hits and everything. I think we've seen enough of him. Let's bring a pinch hitter. Let's bring in Woody Green. Hey, Jerome Walton, you've been quiet. Yep, I'm gonna bring Green. He's still... So Green is still young. He's only 22 years old. And one thing I didn't know about Woody Green in real life, I was looking at things on Baseball Reference. He used to be in the Expos minor league system for a very short amount of time. Oh, okay. Yeah, the DH situation is kind of figured out, huh? Right, Mitch Simons is next, 0-1. Oh, that was... He almost used his speed to beat that. Alright, so... Do I want to put Woody Green at shortstop? Sure, he's a good shortstop. Then I'm just going to put the pitcher in the ninth hole. 8th inning, let's see. Oh, God. Kerrigan's been putrid lately, so I don't want to use him. I'm going to try Day against Larry Walker again. Let me put him in the right place. The computer might... Come on. I want to use the just for Larry Walker, and then I'm gonna bring in a righty. Alright, 1-1 to Larry Walker. Bottom of the 8th. The Expos are still up 5-2. After much confusion on my part as to why it was not 5-3. Well, the worst that's gonna happen is that he gets hurt, I guess. Alright. Not having enough stamina to run at 35 years old at center field. Ruskin that early. You don't want to save Ruskin for inning number 9. Oh, I have Facero. I forgot about that. Probably should bring a righty now. So you want Ruskin for the rest of the game? Or do we save him for just the 9th inning? Alright, I guess Ruskin for the rest of the game it is. Too late. We're gonna trust Ruskin for the rest of the game. Yeah, I'm not too worried about... After Ron Gant, I'm not too worried about anything that's there. Alright, so 1 and 2 to Ron Gant. That's it weekly. Calderon after it. That's out number 2. Jerome Walton is next. 2-1. Oh, that's a base hit to left, and that's going to be extra bases. Calderon all the way in the corner. Walton gets to second base with a double. Alright, so 2 outs. Runner on second base. Billy White is next. 1-0. Rounds it to second. The Shields with that throw, and that's the end of the inning. Alright, Jeff Russell is still on the mound for the Cubs. Marquise Grissom is going to be the batter for us, 1 and 2. That's it to right. Walker after it. Catches it for out number 1. Brett Barbary is next. No count to him. Oh, that's a base hit to left. Opposite field single for Barbary. Alright, so after 1 out, the Expos get a runner on. Yvonne Calderon is next, 0-2. Struck out swinging. Charles Johnson, 2-2 to him. And he struck out. That's the end of the inning. Right, so we're going to keep Ruskin. If he struggles, we'll bring in somebody else to finish the game. Hector Villanueva is the first batter here, 0-2. He has a little bit of pop in his bat, but he grounds it to third, and he is thrown out at first. Ricky Gutierrez is next, 2-2. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Alright, so Ozzie Timmons is the Cubs' last out in this game, 1-2. That's it weekly. Woody Green is under it, and he catches it for out number 3. Nice win by the Expos. We were losing 2-0, and we came back to win 5-2. Pretty good game. Pretty happy with that. Oh, Paul Assenmaker is hurt for 5 to 6 weeks. We just faced him quite a bit against the Reds. I think he pitched in every single game in the last series. So out 5 to 6 weeks. That's going to hurt the Reds. They're kind of battling it with the Cubs. It is a 1-1 series. I lost the first game 6-5, I think. Or 5-4. I lost by one. I was winning. Yeah, I was winning 5-1. I lost 6-5. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. So today at work I helped somebody out, and I was working in super like old boxes filled with dust and dead spiders. And I think that it triggered my allergies. I'm not breathing all that awesome right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for today. It's a 4-game series, so I'm gonna play the next 2 next time. I'll see if I can do it tomorrow, but right now I need to. It's kind of hard to do this, so I just saved. As usual, I want to thank you for tuning in. Sorry, I'm not 100% right now, and we will do this very shortly. So, alright, see you guys later. Thank you.